Hello and welcome to the Nerd Theorists. I'm Tom, and now, as we are on the brink of the third instalment of Doctor Who's 60th anniversary specials, we are seeing the return of an old enemy of the Doctor. Well, the question on a lot of people's lips is, who is the Toymaker? So, who is the Toymaker? The Toymaker, also known as the Mandarin or the Celestial Toymaker, is a being of unimaginable power, powerful enough to create an entire pocket universe to host his games. Now think along the lines of Q from the Star Trek universe, who traps people in games of his own creation purely to amuse his eternal boredom. Now these games often have very strict rules, in which the Toymaker does abide by, but since these games are of his own creation, he tends to not tell the players all the rules until it's too late. It's never been clear exactly who the Toymaker really is. There are tales of Time Lords attempting to discover his real name, but spent so very long in an endless series of games and riddles that they just give up trying. Some sources state that he could have originated from another universe of equally powerful beings, but there have also been stated that Toymaker was from the same place as the Doctor, but then this was written from before any mention of Gallifrey. But fast forwarding to now, and the Doctor is now unsure as to where he comes from, so as mentioned in the last episode, While Blue Yonder, so maybe this will come back to us, and the Doctor really is from the Toymaker's universe. You'll be forgiven for not knowing of the Toymaker, since he actually hasn't been on our TV screens much at all. The only TV appearance was against the very first Doctor, William Hartnell, where the Toymaker was played by Michael Gough, but unfortunately most of this 4-part serial was lost. But this entire story arc has been novelised. The last episode in the serial, The Final Test, is still held in the BBC archives and was actually released as part of kind of a lost episodes VHS and DVD set. There was meant to be another TV appearance by Michael Gough as the Toymaker against the 6th Doctor, but that was sadly cancelled. But again, this story, The Nightmare Fair, was novelised in the late 80s, but then later adapted for a Big Finish audio play. The Toymaker was then set to appear in 2 more Big Finish audio plays, once against the 7th Doctor and then again against the 8th. The only other appearance that the Toymaker's ever made was in a comic strip against the 12th. So as powerful and dangerous as an enemy as the Toymaker is, he's had next to no airtime, and I for one am extremely excited to see this character returning as Neil Patrick Harris. So on to my predictions. The only times the Doctor has ever successfully defeated the Toymaker is by tricking him and into losing his games by his own rules, or by having him trapped in trying to solve an impossible challenge. It sounds very much like Seven, doesn't it? But in the last episode, as we saw last week, the Doctor let his emotional guard down somewhat, albeit to an evil Donna clone, but he admitted just how hurt he was over the Flux event, and combined this with the Doctor and Donna messing up the timeline, even only subtly, when they accidentally crash into Isaac Newton's apple tree. Now, I believe that the Doctor will use the opportunity against the Toymaker as a kind of to wager a big reset of the universe, fixing any accidental damage done with Isaac Newton, and also restoring the damaged half of the universe caused by the Flux, which would kind of also retcon Chibnall's era of Doctor Who, which some people would kind of welcome. But I would love to know your thoughts on that and whether you think that's what's going to happen. But no matter what happens, I think this will be a wonderful episode, and I for one can't wait. So give us a like, a subscribe, and we'll see you with our reactions after it's done. So take care.